My name is Timortego. I'm from Washington, Louisiana, and I have an idea that can go ahead and help with the cleanup of the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. Going on the internet, looking at places such as YouTube, even going on Fox News and watching the Hannity program, many people have some great ideas about how to separate the oil from the seawater. But I've yet to see people say, how do we go ahead once we've separated to get the oil from the water? I've come up with an example I'd like to show you. It's kind of crude, but I believe that this is a step that we can take together with another idea that I saw on YouTube and that was featured on the Sean Hannity's show on Fox, to where we can collect the oil and we can go ahead and reuse it. My idea goes such as this. On the Hannity program, there was a guy, Professor Di Gao from the University of Pittsburgh, and what he came up with was a spray-on material that you can put on a normal piece of cloth. Now, if you go to his YouTube video, there's a demonstration on how it works. The place that you find it, the search on YouTube is Green Tech 2010. GREENTEK 2010.
Now we're mixing the seawater from the Mexico Gulf with the oil from the Mexico Gulf. And now we're going to do the separation. So now the water is completely separated from oil. Alright.
On there he has a demonstration where he takes some cloth treated with a spray-on material. He takes some crude oil mixed with seawater, he pours it, and this material right here separates the oil from the seawater. So he came up with a great idea to go ahead and separate it. It's very cost efficient at 2 cents per square foot to go ahead and make. But the problem is, once we separate, then what? That's where my idea comes in. What I went ahead and designed was, and this is very basic here, but when ideas strike, I believe we go ahead and jump on them, so excuse the crude idea. I would like to have a 25 or 55 gallon drum. Now, this will be a plastic drum that can be put on boats or barges. Now, this drum will have a screw on top. And the screw on top will have a metal mesh filter. So what I propose is this. This drum can be put on a boat, capped off with the screw-on filter, And then people on the boat can head out to the Gulf. They'll take bilge pumps and they'll fill this up with seawater that's mixed up with oil. Now, water is heavier than oil, so by the time you fill it up, you should only have about this much being oil, the rest water. Once you have this drum filled up, what you would do is unscrew the top filter and then take basically what would be the equivalent of a coffee filter, put it inside of the mesh filter and screw it back on top. Now this mesh filter that you screw on, this coffee filter that I said, this is Dr. Gow's treated fabric that can separate water from oil. Now once you have it, the person on the boat can then take it, flip over the barrel, and put it resting on something that's a tripod, say something would basically be the equivalent of a crawfish burner. The water comes out, the oil stays in. So now I have a barrel that is almost full of oil, done on a boat. The barrel is then flipped over again. The lid with the filter is then removed. And then we take a top and screw it on. We have a barrel that has almost 55 gallons of oil in it. That's put on the ship. Then we do it again. This is something that can be done on boats where we can filter the seawater from the oil, we can collect it, and then hopefully companies such as BP, if not BP, maybe Exxon or Shell, would help with the cleanup efforts by saying, we'll buy this from the fishermen out there. We may buy this at a discounted rate, oil right now going around $71 a barrel. They may tell the fishermen, we'll buy this at $20 or $30 a barrel. You can't fish for shrimp, finfish, or oysters anymore, but you could go out there and spend your time collecting barrels full of oil. Oil companies would buy this back. Therefore, this generates money. It gives jobs back to the people who lost their income, and it allows them to get back out there and help clean up Louisiana while collecting the oil and reusing it. Hopefully Governor Jindal, after seeing this, would also step in and help by giving incentives to go ahead and help companies produce these barrels with the screw-on filter lids, and give other incentives to help the fishermen purchase these barrels along with the filters that Dr. Gow creates, to where we can go ahead and put this in place and get going. Maybe Governor Jindal would even say, if you're doing this to clean up Louisiana, you don't have to pay any state income tax on the money that you generate from selling this product back to the oil companies. I would also like to see President Obama step in by saying, if you're out there doing this, we'll go ahead and say no federal income taxes. So this would be tax-free money that fishermen can get for cleaning up the beaches and helping this process. Now you may look at it and say, 55 gallons, Tim, there's a lot of oil out there. I realize that. But 55 gallons, what that means is, this could be a job that could go on for years. So you're taking people who can't shrimp, go fishing for redfish or speckled trout or other offshore fish or even oysters. These people, you're giving them a job that could possibly last for several years, helping the economy by cleaning up the area and putting people back to work. So hopefully this is an idea that can take off. Hopefully I could get together with somebody and we could go ahead and take this to the next level and implement this as soon as possible and get people out there, put them to work, and help clean up the area. For more information, if you'd like to go ahead and get in touch with me, you can go ahead and email me at timjortego, timjortego @yahoo.com. I'd like to hear from you and see if we can take this to the next level. Thank you.